Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic in Color. As you already know by the title of this video, I wanted to go over two different ways to color snow. The first one being a very simple way, and the second one being a little bit more detailed. So let's get right into it. Okay, so on the right side I have written all the colors that I will be using for this particular snow method. Okay, so with Ohuhu Alcohol Markers, I am currently using the G420. All you have to do is just tap, tap, tap wherever you are coloring snow. Alright, so once you got that done, you're going to go in with B120 and you're going to do the same exact process. You're going to just tap. This process is pretty simple. You're just going to be layering colors on top of colors. This is going to create an illusion that there is snow. I want you guys to remember you can choose a color similar to what I'm using. Right now, I just picked up the V230 and I started tapping this on top of the previous colors. Okay, now you're going to take the PB8 and you're going to do the exact same process again. I want you to remember this doesn't need to be perfect. The white acrylic pen is going to be all over it, so that's really what's going to give it that snow feel, so just be aware of that. Time to grab your white acrylic pen. Just remember you can use a jelly roll, a white Tule art pen, which is what I'm currently using right now. For this example, you can make a lot of dots, and then sometimes smudge it with your fingertips. You can also make little V's on top of each other. It'll create like an illusion and it'll just make it look more like snow. Alright, and that is how you do the first snow method, which is super simple. I think this is very beginner friendly. As you can see, if you see some spots that are still a little empty with like no white, you can always do some dots and just smudge it with your finger just to make it look better. But overall, this is your snow, so you can stop whenever you want. Alright, if you enjoyed this first method, let me know in the comments. Let's move on to the next method. So for this second snow method, I did update the colors on the right. Right now I'm using B030, just starting off with blue little squiggles on wherever you're going to be adding snow to. I do want to mention it might look a little simpler because it has less colors that we're using, but it is a bit more time consuming. Once you complete that, you want to go in with B250 and you're going to be doing the same exact thing, just adding this color because it's going to add some shadows. This is just to create illusion. Alright, now you're going to go in with the colorless blender and you're just going to blend everything in. Alright, so I'm going back in with B030 only because I realized that there are some white spots that I missed. So I kind of just want to go in and add more color and just make sure that it's dry before I do so. And it's just to give it more depth, I guess more definition to it. I'm going to go back in here shortly with B250 just to do the same exact thing all over again. I'm going back in with the colorless blender just to blend everything in as well, the same way I did it the first time. Now when you feel satisfied with the color that you have, you take the acrylic marker and just start dotting away and smudging with your fingertip. Now I'm going to go back in with B250 just to give it like a bit of shadow on the edges. I know later on in this video you'll see that I'll add a darker blue to the edges because I want it to be a little bit darker. I don't feel like this color dries up as dark as I want it, so you'll see that later on. Now I'm just going to go back in with the white acrylic marker and just continue to dot and possibly smudge with my fingertips until I feel satisfied with the result. Alright, so that same process that I just showed you on the rocks, I'm going to be speeding through the entire process. It's the same exact thing. I will stop the speed through once I start adding more details. I also want to make you guys aware I added some timestamps in the description below. That way you can skip through this speed through and just go straight to the details that I add. Alright, so it's time to add some more shadows. I decided to go with PB6, which, as you can see on the right, it's in silver. I didn't realize at this point that you couldn't really tell what it was, so later on in the video I make it a bit darker for you to see. But I do use this dark blue just around the edges just to give it more shadows. Okay, so now you want to take your white gel pen or Jelly Roll pen, that's what I'm using right now, and just kind of trace over the snow that's on top of the rock. That is if you are following me for this page, or if you have snow on top of a rooftop or trees, anything like that, you do want to trace the outsides in white, only because snow is originally white, so it just looks better. Alright, so at this point you just want to take your Jelly Roll pen, or you can go back to using your acrylic marker and just kind of fill in all the spaces of dots or smudges with your finger. Like there are some shadows, like the dark blue, where you do want to add some dots, which I will do that shortly here. You'll see that. Alright, and that is the end of this second method. I really love doing this method. It's just a bit time consuming, but I really love the results. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If there are any other tutorials that you're looking forward to seeing, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!